Who giveth this woman to this man? Right. You may be seated. You know, the bridge is a wonderful place because all of us that come down here, what we remember is there's such a heart of a servant under this bridge. And when Heath and Amanda came, they just really touched my wife and I's heart because they said, we love the bridge and we love the homeless and we wanted them to be our special guests. So we wanted to be married under the bridge. So I want you to know that all of you, it's astounding because we generally have two really momentous events in our life. One is when we get married. That's a powerful event. And the other is when we have our first child or even our second child. That's a tremendous event. They're not going to share the second event with us, but they are going to share the first one. And I just have to take my hat off to you. These are the kind of people that make this ministry work right here. They could have picked a beautiful church. They could have picked a very pristine setting, and yet they chose to be married under this bridge. Join your hands here. We're gathered together in the sight of God under this bridge tonight to join this man and this woman in holy matrimony. And what God has put together, we believe that man cannot put asunder. And it's at this point that I generally would have them repeat their vows out of a book, but they have chosen to write their own vows tonight, and they're going to say them to each other. And so, Heath?
Let's see if I can get through this without crying. Amanda, I've been contemplating the one thing I would like to say to you. Someone asked me to describe my relationship to you. What would I say? The phrase that keeps repeating itself in my mind is, because I knew you and changed for the better. When we met, I was cynical, bitter, and hateful towards myself and the world. While I readily admit that I still struggle to overcome these issues on a daily basis, since I've known you, I've observed a noticeable lessening of these things in my life. I truly believe that God used you to start the healing process in my life. You made me confront my past pain, shame, and anger, and other things that were at the root of my cynicism, bitterness, and hatred towards all things. I want to express my sincere gratitude to you and to God for the work you two did in my life. Because I knew you, I've been changed for the better. But today, because I'm marrying you, let me add this. Because I'll continue to know you, I'll continue to be changed for the better. Here are my vows. I vow to love you supremely, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. I vow to support your passions, writing in particular. I'll encourage you to share your story, to write entries in your blog, and any other creative pursuits you choose or may wish to explore. I vow to make my best effort to find joy every day. I vow to love you with words. I vow to treat you, your body, and your whole being with respect and dignity and honor. I vow to try to love Patrick Stewart as much as you do. I vow to play pretend and dress up with you and our future children. I vow to never stop or stifle your imagination or mine. I vow to be the spiritual leader, the high priest of our family, and to pray with you and for you daily. I vow to be humble and to lead our family through service. Lastly, I'll repeat my first vow, as I believe all the others can be summed up in it. I vow to love you supremely, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. I love you, Amanda. I'm glad to be able to call myself your husband.
Heath, as a writer, it's my natural instinct to make beauty with words. It would have been easy to make something sound good. I mean, look at all the beauty I have to work with and what God has done and redeemed in our lives. But today I choose simplicity, honesty, truth, and perseverance. I love you. I love you as you are. I love your hurts, saw your gorgeous heart, and fell in love with you. For a long time, I never thought God would bring a man like you into my life, Christian or non-Christian, that he even made men like you. Though I don't think there is truly another like you love. I am so blown away by the miraculous blessing of you in my life because of God in you, a hand to hold forever. Today I vow to submit to you, my husband, as the church submits to Christ. I vow to always wrestle for you in prayer, to make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace, to make a peaceful and encouraging environment for my husband to come home to love above all in all incarnations throughout this great journey together, to seek unselfishness, continue to grow first with God, intimately and in knowledge and experience, second, with you, my love, through the overflow of him. To respect you as my husband, whom I give trust to never give up, to hold hands even when I'm angry, to release the right to always be right, to love you till you fall asleep, to listen, to be imaginative, play, and be adventurous. I vow to believe in the strength and miraculousness of our God in our life and marriage, even in the simple things.